What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, man.
Hey, guys.
So, grocery shopping on the weekend, yeah?
Yep.
Right on, dude.
Gotta
Right
do it.
on.
Mostly my days off. The most time that when I'm not working, I'm just spending time with my son. So basically, I just go grocery shopping, go shopping for school, especially school. School's coming back, so I gotta go
Yeah.
school shopping.
We just talked about that.
Dude, that's awesome, man. So, like, can we just jump in?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, how does it work in the league, and then like in your personal life? Do a lot of guys kind of just do this on the side, like in the beginning of UFC, or is it like or is this like all you do is slap?
Basically, most of us, I feel most of the ones that are upcoming, we also have like side hobbies. Like this is basically like a side hobby for us. Basically brand new too. I feel like it's enjoyable, it's fun. Basically the guys that are in the top of the ranks, I feel most of them are starting to get into the sport where it's their job. That's full time. So I feel like the more and more you climb up the ranks, I feel like you get more of the advantage, more of the pay, because you're winning, you're ranking up, you're getting more showmen, you're getting sponsors. So it's like the way you show out and the way you grow in the sport, you're also gonna make it like something personal for you, and then you don't have to work no more.
Yeah, dude,
That's cool. That's really
I was
cool.
just thinking that because we just rewatched Road to the Title, so it's episode 1, and you talked about your son a little bit and all of that, and I just thought, oh man, is it to the point now where he could just like train and do this? But yeah, that makes sense that you just kind of work your way up a little bit. But dude, that's crazy. So the obvious question I have beyond that is, I know it's like might be dumb, but like, how do you even get involved, dude? Are you messing with your bros, your buddies, and then you're like, hey, you got like a chin, you should go for this, or did you like follow the sport from Russia to the US and found it that way? Like, how do you even get involved in PowerSlap, dude?
Okay, with that one. So that one's a good question. So now I could get a really detailed with it. In high school, this sport was never known. Maybe in Russia, like you were saying before, I never was really into like any of I never seen videos for me to get into it. I felt it wasn't known much in the US until I felt like more people started getting known in it. More of the athletes out here started, start posting about it. They started going out there performing. So once it started getting known out here, my older brother is actually one that knew about it first than me. I didn't know nothing about PowerSlap.
That's crazy.
So basically, my older brother is the one tells me one day, hey, there's this new show. It's called PowerSlap. You should watch it. It's Road to the Title. So basically the first season, it was probably like on the 4th episode. So I was going to watch it that week on that Wednesday. I was like, all right, I got to watch it. He said it's good. Let's see how it is. I watched that episode. I enjoyed it. I played back the first episodes that he got to watch, and I watched it through to where I ended. And then once every episode came out, I was like, man, it's amazing. I loved it. I wasn't really into it yet until I got to the 2nd season. That's where it driven me more. Like, okay, I got to do this. I got to try it.
So then did you just contact someone to just sign up to be in a bout, or how did you actually get the opportunity, I guess, to be a part of it?
So I had hit him up before, in season 2, like I said, after the events and the season 1. So I just applied just to see what they'll say.
Oh, it's
like feedback
process.
So it's like a process, you just apply. It's basically like a job, you're applying, trying to see if you're the right fit, if, studies. So basically, when season 3 came around where they're doing signups, I applied again. I was like, all right, let's see if this time again, because I'm hearing they're bringing lightweights. And that's the class I fit in right now. I'm a lightweight. I'm at 155 right now. I've been staying at 155. I go to the gym consistently. I stay on my workouts, and then I've been practicing on that chin defense. So next time you guys see me, it's going to be great performance.
Nice.
Yes.
So like they show that short clip in the show, right? Where guys are legit like what is that machine where they're pushing and they're kind of like resisting? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So you're talking about it's called the neck. It's kind of like a neck rest. Like you're trying to see how much force you could bring onto with your neck to see how much power you could sustain in your neck.
Yeah.
And that
So around
develops like, sorry, you can probably see this, but that develops like right here, and so you get a stronger defense.
Yeah, like with that machine, they try to test to see if your neck strength could take how much force of power. So they're testing your
Whoa.
neck force. So basically, you're putting the back of your neck right there on it, and you're forcing your head up against the hardest you can. So once they measure it, it's tested on a machine, on the computer. They're just going to write out your score, and they'll let you know. So when you're seeing on the show, they're showing all the slap stores. You can actually see everybody's neck force. So actually, I was one of the lightweights that hit up in the high weights. I think, was 521 on one of my sides.
Yeah.
So I was pretty good.
No, they show that contraption and the scoring. So that's what popped out to me on the show was like,
how do they know like what your slap score is? Like, how does that come to like fruition? I guess.
What does the total score make up? All the different.
Total. I feel like they combine it all together. I see it's also the measurements of your hand to your neck, and then to the power of like how much force your hand is really given to the power cube.
Okay.
So they base it off of that, and they probably give it like an average. So they'll average it all out, and then it gives you an average score from like the 800s all the way down to the 600s.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
And it's about measuring up with someone who's like equal to you.
Equal.
I assume. But then later on, I mean, if you're just smashing through dudes, could they have an unexpected match for like a 400 goes against an 800, or is that not what happens?
I feel they also see based on like how you could say the appearance, see what's the background between these fighters. On when they're fighting, going head to head, you can also see that like what do they have in common? What can we match up these fighters, and how can they turn out to be? Even if someone's taller than you or short, I feel like it's the same because you guys could give the same power. I feel it's just more of like you said, just your background. Like, where did this guy come from? Is he an MMA fighter? Was he a boxer? And then most of the lightweights, what I heard from their background is some of them are street fighters, jiu-jitsu. So just mostly, you say street fighters, most people that fight in the street, someone wants to fight them. Some box, I think, for a year. So It's like a little bit of combat experience, not too much.
Yeah, but it just, what sticks out, man, is when you talked about your background and maybe like even your attitude. If like you're a character, they might put you on more, things like that. On that first episode, that guy, what was that guy freaking out?
Yeah.
Just like, I'm ready. I want violence. I want this. I want that. Like, when you're in that environment, man, do you just sit back and like
watch?
Do you laugh? Because he's so intense and he's so serious, but that doesn't mean you're going to be a good slapper. That just means you got some airtime. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're right. You're talking about the part in the house, right? When the guy gets so aggressive. Yeah, I feel like he took it personal when I think it was Bryce Jones.
Yes, Bryce Jones.
The one I was playing when he was playing.
Yeah.
I think he was saying they're saying, oh, who's your opponent? He said, I didn't even know his name, and who cares? No one's not going to even remember him. And then he took it so offensive. So he got up real quick. He's like, oh, really? Like, no one's going to remember me. You know, like, he's like, I'm right here. We'll get down right here. So that's what he was trying to make, like you said, his airtime, make himself look like, oh, like, I'm about it. Other than when you're up on stage, it's a little different.
Yeah, 100%. So, like, that energy is great, but it doesn't mean you're going to win the match, man. You can take your pants off all you want. That doesn't mean you're a good slapper.
No.
Dude.
No.
Exactly.
Dude, I love it. So, when it comes to getting noticed and recognized and being on that show, do you think those characters fade away because they don't have that talent, and it takes a combination of talent and character, or could somebody just rise up pure talent and they're not really that big of a character? Do you feel like you need to have a character but also have the talent as well?
From seeing a couple of the strikers, the ones I kind of know that they've been back at it, and like you say, we could bring up, a lot of people bring him up, the comeback kid.
Yeah.
So he's been knocked down so many times on a first lap, and he still comes back. You know, it's more of like, I feel like his character brings him back other than his performance. It's like they want to see him get knocked out, but they also love his character. Like, oh, this is the character we could bring in, make a show out of him.
Right. Exactly.
Entertainment. So I feel like it's all for the views. I feel like if you could be a good character, but you're just going up there to willing to get smacked, that's okay. You're getting paid, right? But they love you because they know this guy is willing to do that. He's not scared, because there's a couple of guys I heard in the past in the show that joined it and say like, I don't want to do this again. But it's actually fun. It's actually not that bad. It's worth it. I love the opportunity. I'm gonna keep competing. I'm gonna try my hardest, and my next match for sure, I'm not gonna let none of the fans down. I gotta win this one.
I love that. Go ahead.
That just leads into like, how's the recovery of it? Like, what do you do post match?
So after the match happened, honestly, I felt back to my senses. Once you see in the video, once I'm walking downstairs with my coach, I walk down, I'm out of the STAP stage, you could say, the arena. I'm in the hall, walking, see another doctor. We're talking. He's telling me, do I know what year it is? I tell him what year it is, 2024. He asking me where I'm fighting out of. I said, Las Vegas. He's like, oh, okay, you're good. So they were just trying to make sure I was back to conscious. Nothing inside my head was going on. So I was more relaxed. I felt a little disappointed. I felt like, how did he get me? Like, what led to this? Like, what did I do? Did I leave my chin out too much? Did I not clinch so hard enough? There's like a lot of things that just ran through my mind. I was just sitting there. I felt disappointed. I'll tell you guys that. Like, it's a big loss. Like being up there on a big main stage like that, first time ever, and it has to be a loss. It felt bad for me. But
yeah, dude, I would say, but it's a what have you done for me lately business, man. So the next time you get up there and you smack your opponent to a knockout, you're going to be the king. You're just going to be back up on top, And
that's how I feel, brother. Like, I feel like, like don't let one loss bring you down, Like, get that back win, and that loss is erased forever. You don't even think about that loss. You're just like, all right, this is the game time now.
Yeah.
And
100%.
one thing, too, a lot of people, what they had told me, since they watched the fight, they said that when I hit him, so when you see the hit, I didn't fully, like, give him my full palm. So I feel a lot of people are saying that I should have driven my whole palm in it, and I think I probably would have whacked him.
Yeah, well, dude, you stunned him, bro. Like, it wasn't like this is my honest take on the match. Like, I feel like it's just my opinion. After you slapped him, bro, it took all of his being to like gather himself and move back up. So I feel like he just long term, I feel like he got lucky.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
And then and you can kind of sense that in the show. He literally took everything he could to get back up there. So yeah, man. If they would let you go another round on that, it's over. That guy could not take two of you.
I know. I felt like I was about to get back up. I just felt like as soon as I turned around, I felt like my hand placement was already down, So that's why I kind of like missed and led me to fall more almost to the face and to get back up. And then that's why I think Mark had called it, just because he was like, okay, this guy, he had enough.
So another question, like, how is this mentally? Like, what do you do to prepare to go, like, into a match, or, like, the days or weeks leading up to it?
Like, when I got out there, I wasn't really, like, in thought of the match. Kind of, like, thinking of, like, who would be my opponents kind of type first. I was really trying to set off the expectation of who I'll face, Wasn't really scared of who it was, just trying to get ready to who I had to see, who I'd have to, get stunned by. And then once I knew, it was kind of fun, like, okay, it's go time now. I gotta do what I have to do. When I went on that stage, I felt like I lost the inside of me. Like my mind just went gone. Like I was a totally different person. I don't know if you guys seen when I give him that slap, I was just like out of it. I was just looking at him like not even moving. Like I literally stood in my position just staring him down. Like I felt like I wasn't myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, when we were watching,
Crazy.
you kind of looked like you were wondering, like, why is he not, like, why is he still there?
Like this man.
Exactly.
Like, he should be gone. Why is he still there?
Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Dude. So, dude, when you mentioned biting down, right before you get hit, is that the technique, man? Where you time the bite, or is it just all down and you just hope you stay still?
For another thing, well, like if you see on the show, like if you look at the side, like I was kind of feel like I was more up, like I left my chin up. So when he hits me, it's like I was bound to get hit like that. Other than if I would have stood up just to look at him.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like it played a role too, because if my head is like that, just like that, boom, I'm like leading my chin right open for him just to hit. Other than if I would have just went like this, like the other fighters, and then I would have probably just got smacked right here. Other than the full chin. So sometimes I feel like you got to know how to position yourself to also not let your chin be too out, or he could just smack you. That's one L. Another thing I noticed from the posting today, I don't know if you seen when PowerSlap posted me getting knocked down when they saw the Frank.
Right.
I don't know if you've seen his footing. It looked like his foot lifted as he hit me.
Oh,
I
fuck.
kind of noticed that. Yeah, I kind of noticed that. Like his right foot.
Bro was trying to get leverage, bro.
He knew he couldn't do it. He had to get extra power.
Yeah, like if you replay, I can even send you a pic on Instagram. I screenshot it like right on the money.
We're gonna have to rewatch that
Yeah.
for sure. So it's about, you don't want to have your chin out, because if it's like this, you could be like a spring a little bit.
For sure, and then you're just letting them like whack you. Like his full hand's gonna whack you right there. Other than if you're right here just looking at him, leaving it out like that, for sure he's gonna try to get that chin, but he's gonna have to hit your face no matter what. Although
Right.
if he hits you down here, he's gonna club you. So I feel I kind of messed up on that part.
And then how
I
does
was
it?
like,
Oh, sorry, man. Go ahead.
no, oh yeah, like I was just saying, it was just the positioning, just the positioning.
So I'm curious how we were talking about this, rewatching the episode. Do you, even though that happened, do you still stay in the house? Do you get to go back to your family? How does that work? And is the show already filmed and locked, or does it kind of film, then they air the show, film, air the show? What happens with that dynamic?
Yeah, so with that, it goes on, like it continues. So like you said, I'll just head out home. So it took a day, and then I got back. Kind of felt, when I got back, it felt like I said, disappointment. Felt like I just let myself down, and most importantly, my son down. I felt like, hopefully this ain't the last opportunity. No, that wasn't supposed to happen. I was supposed to shine. I was supposed to, I was manifesting so much things. And like I said, that plays a lot. Manifesting, sometimes it'll change up your mind. It could play games on you. Sometimes I could think like, is this guy gonna knock me out? Am I gonna knock him down? Like, don't let yourself play with your mind. Just know like you're there to perform, and don't think of nothing else. Just be there to perform. Like if you were in another sport, like me, I was actually a football player in high school.
Oh, really?
That's cool.
Yeah, I got scholarships to Fresno State. I'm from California.
Damn.
I was going to play for the Bulldogs. I know a lot of NFL players played there, so I wanted to try it out. It's Division II school. So I had a contract, basically a scholarship to go. Around that time, my mother had suffered a stroke, so I felt like a lot of things changed. I'm a 17-year-old. I don't know really what's going on. So I stood close to home. I kind of denied the scholarship. Kind of made me feel bad, guilty. But I stood close to home. Made sure, my mother was okay. Visited her in the hospital after school. But and now this is what also motivated me more to do PowerSlap. Also, is like get back in that game. I'm an athlete. I like to perform. I like to have my fans. Just like in high school, I had my support. It felt good. Makes you feel so proud of yourself that you could achieve like in your academics, your sports, and it makes you look so good. Like, greatness is what you want. You want to succeed in your life. You don't want to let yourself down. Never.
No, I love that. You're right, man. You feel whatever that gets your adrenaline going and that pride going. You just
keep with
pursue.
It. Yeah.
You just pursue. I love that, man. So did you take time to listen to DeFrank's rapping?
Oh yeah, I've seen.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know. I think he could drop it. I don't know. I think he could just.
So in his defense, we only saw like one clip, but we had to check it out after that episode. Just curious, like if you could use that as motivation, because like this guy can't rap, he can't slap. Bleh.
Yeah.
That could help big time right there. And honestly, that's another background I was gonna tell you guys. I used to be an underground rapper. That's why I called my on my Instagram. That's why I called my name Young Lit official page. So I used to be called Young Lit. That was more in my high school. So that's why I was trying to tell you that I changed my platform.
That's crazy.
So dude, okay. So now I have to ask you. I nerded out on the whole Kendrick Drake thing. Did you get into that at all, man?
Oh yeah, the Kendrick, man, I think he smashed Drake. I feel like Drake is like, I don't know.
Competition.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. I love that. It was like people would ask me, you following along, whatever, and they would say, "Who do you think won?" And I would look at people and I'd just be like, "Bro wrote a letter to his mom, his dad, his son, and supposedly unborn daughter. What a terrible person he is!" Like. Everyone, talks about They Not Like Us, but like those letters, I was like, oh my gosh, Kendrick just buried this dude. Yeah. Anyway.
He did. He has no response. Drake, I don't think will ever come back.
Nah, he just stays silent, bro. Yeah. So what's next, man? Like, I'm assuming you're still under contract with PowerSlap and you just wait and get that call again, or what? Like, what's the next steps to get back up to the podium?
That's what I feel. I feel like they're probably waiting, probably setting up, something for sure. I heard, I don't know if you heard rumors about they're trying to get matches in Saudi Arabia, Abu Dhabi.
Oh, very cool.
They said that on the episode.
That's right. So do they try? Is it mapped out with these events to where if you want to get back on that stage, right, after a win or a loss or whatever, you already have a timeline in place? Like, okay, the next event is in November. I've got this many weeks to get back up there. Or is it more of a surprise when the event is announced?
I feel like if you're going to be part of it, maybe they'll let you know ahead of time for sure. Since it's my first time experience, hopefully I get to know a little bit more soon. And then, I'll help more of my fans and supporters know about more of how it goes. Not fully detailed, like how it works. Some stuff stays, personal to a side. It's just stuff that, Oh, this is my little nephew.
What's up?
What's up?
This is my brother's son. He just comes by right here. He's looking for my son. Because my son is right here. You're good.
Got the whole crew.
Oh yeah.
Well, man, just thanks for your time, dude. We can wrap this up. But we can't wait to see you back up there. We're gonna try and go to every single event. We went to that PowerSlap 8, and it was over.
Hooked.
Yeah, it's done, man. So we just are so thankful and excited gave us this interview. We'll do our best to make everyone look the best. And yeah, man, we're
excited.
yeah. Thanks for letting us talk to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for having me on.
Yeah.
And we'll as we get this process down, we'll do it again, brother. We'll do it again.
Yeah, big time. No worries. Anything you guys want to ask? You want to have a podcast about a certain season, talk about certain, strikers in the coming shows, I'll be there. And then I'll also try to see if they want to get involved too. I'll invite them over, try to see if they get in.
Yeah.
I talk to mostly a lot of strikers, so I could get them involved, start, building up the podcast, get you guys going.
Dude, we would love that.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
No,
big time. Like I said, I'm here for you guys. I'm here for the supporters. You guys do everything for PowerSlap. You guys are going to get all of us in PowerSlap known more. The more podcasts, more supporters, more fans, the sport's going to rise more quicker. So it's better.
Crazy rate.
rate, yeah.
Oh man.
It's already growing very, very fast. It's crazy.
For sure. All right, man. Well, thanks again. And yeah, we'll be in touch for sure. This was awesome.
Thank you.
You got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are very welcome. Thank you guys for having me on the show for sure.
Absolutely. All right. See you, bro.
See you, brother.